Welcome back, Brewers fans, and well, we're in another location, and hopefully this is the one that we start shooting our videos in. But let's get into today's video. 2025 season is over. The bad guys have won the World Series again, and with the awards coming out now, we got Gold Gloves coming out. MVP is going to be coming out soon. It's time we do our 2025 Brewers season award winners, and the same kind of concept we did last year. This time there's just two of us, and we're just going to go over the awards really quick. We got the team MVP, the team Cy Young, the most improved player, and the team rookie of the year, and then we'll do an overall season grade of the Brewers in general from their 2025 season. So let's get into it. We're going to start out with maybe one that might be a little more obvious, and it's the rookie of the year. And who do you got?
Well, you say obvious. I'm gonna pick Chad Patrick as our rookie of the year.
Interesting. Any specific reason, or just
I think just coming into the season, we thought we knew what our rotation was gonna look like. We really expected Nestor to be a really solid rotation piece for us, and we all know how that turned out. And Chad Patrick kind of just came in and really made his presence known. He had
that's interesting.
really great. I guess in terms of percentage between, I think everyone would pick. You would think Durbin
Yeah,
and Patrick. Durbin was in AAA for the first 2 months.
yeah,
And Patrick was injured for maybe the last month or two. But I think I might be a little biased since he was so good in the playoffs. But we really needed a guy with the absence of Woody and Cortez was awful. So I think
Pitched 2 games.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a little bit surprising. I picked kind of the one that has got the most attention recently, and that's Caleb Durbin. Which I don't think Chad Patrick is. You can't really go wrong, honestly, with any of these rookie picks. Because for a while, Isaac Collins was the front runner of the rookie of the year.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the second half, kind of fall off that he had, he probably would be that pick for me. But no, it's Caleb Durbin, and I didn't really know what to expect from him. 25-year-old rookie, and he came into the season, like he said, in AAA. But he really performed, honestly, on both sides of the ball. He played pretty good defense, especially as a rookie, and he had a lot of clutch moments, I feel like, at the plate, and even showed a little bit of pop. So
Very true.
I think there's a lot of more potential for Caleb. But like I said, there's not really a wrong answer here. But that's my pick is Caleb Durbin. All right, so now the next one is going to be a little bit interesting. This is the most improved player, and this is someone who's on the team last year. So if I know Quinn Priester would probably be that answer if that's not the case, but most improved player from last year. And I'm going to go, I don't know, this is tough. I got to say Bryce Terang, honestly, just because of, honestly, his defense was good this year, like usual, but I think his offense actually outperformed his defense this year.
Yeah, I agree.
And his power hitting, this is the year his power swing really came into play. He had 18 home runs and 81 RBIs, and he batted 288 too. The whole season, he was just outstanding at the plate, and he never really got into a big slump. And if he did, he would go on a 10-game hitting streak.
Right.
So I got to say, personally, Bryce Terang is my most improved player from last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. Terang has obviously shown amazing defense throughout his whole entire career this far, but we always expected something a little bit more out of his bat, and we didn't really get to see that those first years. But he absolutely stepped it up. He's hitting around 800 OPS. That is excellent. You love to see that. His August, those winning streaks, I think we could credit a lot of it towards Terang. He hit 10 home runs in the month of August. His offense and production was at its peak during that time. And you could say the same for a lot of the players, but he just played excellent both sides of the field, day in, day out. And compared to the season prior, it just quantum leap. That's all
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and I think if we're gonna do honorable mentions, Christian Yelich deserves a shout out as well. Compared to last year, he was an all star obviously, but he didn't play the whole season. So I think just the fact that he was able to play a full season and hit 29 home runs, the like most home runs he's hit since 2018. I think he's an honorable mention in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
Yeah,
He stayed healthy, which is what we really needed. Like we knew he could play, but he
for
couldn't
sure.
stay healthy, and
He
he
didn't
did.
show up in the postseason, but
Yeah, he was awful.
it's okay.
Oh my god.
All right, our next one, Team Cy Young, and I'll let you go for this one.
Yeah, this one is very very obvious. It's Freddie Peralta. He carried us through the entire season. He gave us a winning chance in like almost every single one of his starts. He honestly, I was surprised he wasn't a finalist for the Cy Young in the NL this year. I guess they went with Christopher Sanchez, Paul Skeens, Yamamoto. I
But
feel like Yamamoto wasn't in the picture until the playoffs.
yeah,
And they put
definitely,
him
it's
in.
a regular season award. So
That's surprising, but yeah, Freddie carried us this whole entire season, and he was great. Like we always knew he was great, but he has command struggles. His pitch count would get really high, and he still kind of had that pitch count trouble, but he ended up getting usually around 6 or 7 innings, like most of his starts, and that was really good to see.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, this was my pick too, and just an outstanding year all around for Freddie. 5.5 WAR season, 17 wins. I think that's the most wins by a Brewers pitcher since Gallardo maybe, or just like Jimmy Nelson, just a random pitcher. But it's been a while since a Brewers pitcher's got this many wins. 2.70 ERA in 33 starts.
Super good.
And
Super
one
good.
thing about Freddie is he's never on the IR. He's always able to pitch. Like he's never injured, knock on wood. But like he's so durable, and that's honestly so important for our rotation, especially with Woody, who's always hurt, who's always been hurt the past few years. It's just on. It's underrated thing is especially in today's game is having someone who can go out there and pitch 35 games a year
Yeah.
as a starting pitcher.
Super valuable, insane amount of value with just being healthy.
All right, our next one I forgot to mention earlier, but it's Defensive Player of the Year or Gold Glover. This one is another one that's pretty obvious if you've been watching Brewers baseball. And my pick for this was Sal Frelick.
Oh, okay, that's insane to me. That actually blows my mind.
One of the best. I think he got robbed of another Gold Glove in right field this year. One of the best outfielders in the game defensively. He's quick. He's always able to get anything that's over his head. Yeah, I think this is my pick for Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Yeah, I'd say that's valid. He's a very excellent defender. Like he had one last year. We've come to know he's a good defender, but I think, in my opinion, I think the value of Joey Ortiz was shortstop's like the second most valuable defensive position in baseball, and he was probably the best defensive shortstop in all baseball. He didn't get a Gold Glove, but if you really were watching Brewers baseball, he made every single play with ease. It's crazy. Like
Yeah,
that's probably one of the best defensive seasons I've ever seen. I think honestly it outshined Trang's Platinum Glove year in my opinion. But
yeah, that's valid. He did save a lot of runs and a lot of hits in the middle infield. Like
yeah.
I think, like you said, he kind of outshined. Uh, he outshined Terang this year in the infield, but for me, I still think Sal being in right. He can play anywhere. You can put him in center. You can put him in left, and I think he's the best defensive outfielder on a very good defensive outfield team. He still outshines everyone else on in the outfield, and I think he's it's a very good point for Ortiz, but I think Sal is. I still think he's the best defender on the team. Now the one we've been waiting for, the team MVP, the most valuable player. Gio, you start out.
I'm actually curious what you have to say. I'm curious.
I'm curious, and that's why I'm having you go first. What do you got?
Um, it's tricky. I have two people. It's my opinion. It's either Terang or Peralta.
Mm.
Um, but I think I'm gonna go with Terang.
Okay.
Bryce Terang, we mentioned earlier. I mean, his bat just was so much better this year compared to his previous years. His defense is good as always, but I feel like this was a lineup that really needed one more guy to step it up, and we haven't had that. It was like probably Yelich and Churio, and sometimes Contreras fell off for the majority of this regular season,
Definitely.
and we needed another guy to step up, especially with the absence of Willie, and Terang was there every step of the way. We really needed it. It's just he couldn't have come at a better time.
It's valid.
I think he was the most valuable in my personal opinion.
Yeah. So my MVP might come as a little shocker. It's Andre Monasterio. No, I'm just playing. Jackson Churio, I have as my team MVP.
Right.
I think his, I don't know. It's tough. I do like the argument for Bryce Terang, but I think Churio's, and I know it's supposed to be a regular season award, but his ability to show up in big time games, especially the playoffs, kind of made me a little biased towards this pick. But he's truly a 5-tool player. He plays solid defense, especially, he's only 21 years old and that still has time to improve. He's fast as hell. He has power. And honestly, like, I just think overall he's just the most valuable player to the team. Bryce Terang is a very, very close second.
It's very difficult to make that point, especially because Churio was injured throughout all August, and August was by far the Brewers' best month.
For sure.
It clearly shows that, I mean, he obviously is incredibly valuable, but it wasn't to a point where
for sure
it made an effect on the team, because we did have our best month when Churio was out for the entirety of it.
Yeah, and I think that had, like, obviously, we didn't.
What?
God his ass.
What I'm trying to say is the baseball is such a tricky thing too, because it's not like if you're in the NBA and you lose your best player, like if we lose Giannis, right, the team is going to struggle. It's going to take much more of effect than baseball. We got 9 other guys plus pitching. Like, it's such a team sport that even the loss of one player isn't going to necessarily like determine. You know what I mean?
I absolutely know what you mean. I agree with that.
So I'm not discrediting what you're saying, but like, we went on a 14-game win streak because the whole team was playing great baseball, not just because Jackson Churio was out. But I think overall, like, it just the energy that he brings as well, and I think he stepped up so much for a guy who was 21 and it's only his second year. He
should not have to carry our franchise as hard as he did in the playoffs, but he had to.
But he's really put on that cape and put the team on his back. Put the team on his back with a broken fucking leg in the playoffs, and that is such a important thing. I mean, you look at like what Juan Soto was doing with the Nats when they won the World Series. He was 21, same age as Churio. And he's an all-time player already at the age of 26. So Churio has the same exact, I think, career path he could go down. And hopefully he's got, 7 more years with the Brewers. So hopefully.
It's hard for me to say just because I was a little honestly disappointed in the year that Churio had this year compared to, he was worse this year than he was in his rookie.
He had very similar stats to last year.
But it was slightly worse. And he was gone. He was out for a whole month.
He was. So, I don't know. You could put that in, as you credit that in as he's out for a whole month and he still put up similar stats as last year. Yeah. Or you can kind of say, that's why he's not as valuable. But
also, I didn't credit any of the playoffs.
Yeah.
In my awards. So
yeah. So
I guess it really depends.
All right. Last but not least, we got the season report card for the Brewers on a scale of A to F. What do we grade the 2025 Brewers season? I'll go first here, and I gave them an A. An A. This team, honestly, I didn't have much expectation going to the season. When Vinny Capra is your starting third baseman on opening day,
he had such a good spring training.
we just didn't. It's with the Brewers every year. They get underrated by the media before the season starts. They surprise everyone. They lose in the first or second round, and that's how the season ends. And then it starts all over again. But this year it felt to me after April, it felt even after May, honestly, there was just something special with this team. And everyone kind of like offensively kind of stepped up. Our pitching was really good. Our starting pitching with Quinn
Yeah,
Priester,
dude.
uh, Woody when he was healthy was pretty good, and Freddie, and our bullpen was good again.
Yep.
So we set a franchise record in wins. We actually made it out of the first round, but then we got swept by the champions, which was a disappointing way to go out. But I'm going to give this season an A. I thought it was a good season.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A. Also, I think compared to our expectations, we absolutely shattered them. I don't understand how losing Willie Adames and Devin Williams, we were supposed to lose 20 more games or 30 more games or whatever. But I mean, that's what Vegas thought. So that was pretty mind blowing to me because, like, if you really know these guys that are on our team, you know that they are baseball players. You know that they go out every day, play their hardest, and they're gonna get a win. They are such a scrappy team that they all think just team first. They don't care about their numbers. They do whatever it takes to win, and that's what you love about watching Brewers baseball.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's no egos. It's actually honestly one of the pleasures of having being on a small market team,
For sure.
and you really come to love them. You really come to love these players. Like I think every player and Pat Murphy, like they're all just so close with each other, and that kind of gives us the power of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely had such an incredible year. It was so fun to watch the Brewers this year. Um, like you said, the lineup was amazing. Other than Joey Ortiz, sucked ass
Terrible.
hitting.
Yeah.
Defense was amazing. Bullpen was amazing. There's some people in the bullpen I didn't like. Kane and Keaton have a great year, but
Yeah.
I mean, this was an amazing year, and I really loved watching us throughout the regular season and playoffs.
Yeah. I think also with what you said about Pat Murphy and even before him with the devil himself, Craig, the winning mindset that this team has had over the past 7 years, 8 years, compared to what we were before. You look back and this team made the playoffs once between, the 82 season and 2008. Um, and now we've made the playoffs 8 times in a row, or if you don't count the 2022 season
Because you can't.
or 2020. But
You can count 2020 though.
the fact that this team is consistently winning the division, consistently, in the playoffs, and consistently having really good players, I think we're getting this is honestly a golden era of Brewers baseball, and there's such a bright future ahead as
Yes.
well.
Really.
So I'm gonna, like I said in seasons past, earlier on, this might be even been an A+ season, but I think with the fact that we have guys like Made and these great prospects in our organization, even with a cheap ass owner like Mark, whatever the fuck,
Atanasio.
Atanasio, I think there's a really bright future, and I think hopefully in the next 5 years we're in the world. No, I'm not even gonna say in the World Series. We're gonna in the next 5 years hopefully win the World Series because that's the mindset this team needs to have going forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. Well, I think that's going to wrap up the video today. We appreciate you guys watching. Go
Really
follow, subscribe to the channel, please. We're going to have some more off-season content coming through here. So stay tuned. Keep those noties on. And I appreciate you guys watching this video.
See you guys.